Welcome to the Children's Mercy Epilepsy Monitoring Unit. Patients come here for a test that records the electrical signals of the brain. Upon arrival for your EMU admission, you will first check in with security and admissions. Anyone over the age of 18 will need a photo ID. The admissions representative will then direct you to go to the Epilepsy Monitoring Unit on the 3rd floor, where you will follow the signs to the Epilepsy Monitoring Unit. When you arrive at the EMU, a nurse will show you to your room, where you'll be staying for the remainder of your visit. Once you arrive in your room, a nurse will measure your height, weight, blood pressure, and temperature, and will also ask a few questions about you and your health. A member of Child Life Services will then come into your room to explain the hookup process prior to starting your procedure. You will then meet with a member of the pharmacy team who will ask you questions about your medications. You'll also meet an epilepsy nurse practitioner and epileptologist. This may happen before or after the hookup, depending on the day and time of your admission. The nurse practitioner will ask you more questions about your health and perform a neurologic exam. The EEG tech will then get you ready for your test. You will first be asked to change into a hospital gown or a button-up shirt. The technologist will then mark and measure your head with a crayon. Next, each mark will be cleaned with a cotton swab and special soap. This might feel cold, tickly, and slightly scratchy. It's then time to apply the electrodes. An electrode is a circular metal disc that is attached to a colorful wire. Each electrode will have a little bit of white paste underneath it. A piece of gauze with some glue will go on top of each electrode like a tiny blanket to hold it in place. The EEG technologist will then use an air hose to dry the glue. This part will feel cold and windy and has a noticeable smell. There will be 2 electrodes on your forehead and 2 electrodes on your chest that will be attached with tape. There are 25 electrodes total. The EEG technologist will then make a ponytail out of the wires, and some patients will get their head wrapped with a long piece of gauze, with a hat placed over the gauze to keep everything in place. You will also get a bag around your shoulders that will hold the box that records your study. A gray cord will be attached to the bag and will follow you around the room. We are now ready to start the recording. There will be a camera and microphone that will be recording in the room. You will be asked to perform a couple of tests, including a series of flashing lights and a deep breathing exercise where you blow on a pinwheel for 3 minutes. During your stay, you're welcome to watch movies, play games, read books, do crafts, or whatever else you'd like. You're even allowed to do your homework if you have to miss school for this procedure. You're welcome to bring anything that will make you feel more comfortable, such as a favorite stuffed animal, a favorite blanket, or snacks. One parent or responsible adult who's familiar with the events in question must stay in the hospital room at all times. A nurse practitioner and an epileptologist will visit you daily to discuss any medical concerns you might have and help develop a plan of action. At the end of the test, an EEG technologist will take off the electrodes with a special solution, and a doctor will discuss the preliminary results of the study with you.